Hello, dear friend. If you're over 65 or even nearing that age, you've probably heard a lot of people talk about what you should do. They'll tell you how to eat, how to move, how to live, and even how to think. But what many forget to talk about is something incredibly important: boundaries. Yes, boundaries. Not the kind you build to push people away, but the kind that protect your peace, your happiness, and your independence. You see, growing older doesn't mean you become invisible. It doesn't mean you stop having needs, opinions, or privacy. In fact, aging should be a time when you become even more confident in protecting what matters most to you. So today, let's have an honest, caring conversation. Like two friends sitting down over coffee, or maybe like your doctor giving you some real advice. Not about your cholesterol, but about your emotional and personal well-being. I want to share with you the personal boundaries that I believe every person over 65 should keep strong if you want to stay truly happy, free, and respected. Let's begin. 1. Boundary with your time. It's yours and it's precious. Let me ask you something. How often do you say yes when you really want to say no? When you reach retirement or slow down your work life, it can feel like people start assuming your time is wide open, like you're always available. Can you watch the grandkids? Can you drive me to the store? Can you help with this church event, that charity meeting, or this family drama? Of course, sometimes you're happy to help. But here's the key. You don't owe anyone your time. Your time is a limited resource, just like money or energy. And in your 60s, 70s, and beyond, your time becomes even more valuable. It's okay to say, I need this afternoon to rest. I already have something planned. I love you, but I need some time to myself. This isn't selfish. This is self-respect. 2. Boundary with family expectations. Love them, but don't lose yourself. Family can be a beautiful part of life. But sometimes as we get older, families start to see us only in roles. The caregiver, the babysitter, the one with free time, the one who never says no. And if we're not careful, we can lose ourselves in trying to please everyone. Yes, help when you want to. Be generous with love, but don't sacrifice your identity for family expectations. If you love to paint, write, travel, read, make time for it. If you don't want to be the go-to person for every little thing, that's okay too. You can love your children and grandchildren deeply and still protect your own needs. That's not cold. That's wise. 3. Boundary with your living space. You deserve peace at home. Your home is your sanctuary. Whether it's a small apartment, a house, or a room in someone else's home, it's your space. And your space should be a place of peace. That means setting boundaries around visitors who stay too long, noise that disturbs you, family members who treat your space like it's theirs, unwanted advice about how you should decorate, clean, or organize your home. You have the right to decide who enters your space, how long they stay, and how they behave while they're there. Don't be afraid to kindly but firmly say, I need quiet after 8 p.m. Please call before dropping by. This is my home, and I prefer it this way. You've earned your peace. Guard it. 4. Boundary with your finances. Generosity shouldn't hurt you. Money can be a sensitive topic, especially in families. Many elders feel pressure to help, to pay for things, to lend money, or to leave a certain amount behind. Let me be clear. Your money is for you, your comfort, your care, your security. Yes, being generous is beautiful, but being guilt-tripped into giving, that's not generosity. That's manipulation. If you feel uncomfortable being asked for money or support, it's okay to say, that's not in my budget. I need to focus on my own needs now. I love you, but I'm not able to help with that. You do not have to explain yourself endlessly. A simple, firm no is enough. 5. Boundary with your health choices, your body, your decisions. As we age, our health becomes more important than ever. But here's something many people don't realize. You are still in charge of your body. You have the right to choose your own doctors, get second opinions, refuse treatments you're not comfortable with, ask questions, lots of them, explore both traditional and holistic care, say no to unnecessary procedures. Sometimes, family members may mean well, but they can pressure you into decisions you're not ready for. Remember, you're not a child. You are a grown adult with decades of wisdom behind you. Speak up, ask questions, make decisions that feel right for you, not just what others want. 6. Boundary with technology and communication. Set limits that work for you. We live in a world of constant texting, video calls, messages, and emails. While staying connected is wonderful, it can also be exhausting, especially if you feel pressure to always be available. Set boundaries like turning off your phone at night, not responding to texts immediately, taking breaks from social media, saying no to technology you don't want or need. You get to decide how and how often people can reach you. And remember, you don't have to be on all the time. You're allowed to rest, unplug, and enjoy the world beyond screen. 7. Boundary with old guilt and regret. Forgive yourself and move forward. This boundary might be the most personal of all, the one between you and your past. We all have things we wish we'd done differently. Maybe it's how we raised our kids. Maybe it's a marriage that didn't work. Maybe it's choices about work, money, or friendships. But holding on to guilt and regret will only weigh you down. Set a boundary in your mind that says, I did the best I could with what I knew. I forgive myself. I choose to focus on today. You don't need to carry the weight of your past forever. Let go. You're allowed to live lightly now. 8. Boundary with negative people. Distance yourself without drama. Let's face it, some people, even people close to us, are negative, draining, or even hurtful. And as we get older, we may feel obligated to stay connected out of guilt or habit. But here's the truth. You don't have to entertain people who damage your spirit. Whether it's a friend who always complains, a sibling who criticizes everything, or a neighbor who gossips nonstop, you can step away. You don't have to fight. You don't have to explain. Just gently create distance. Choose to spend your time with people who uplift you, who listen, who laugh, who respect you. That's the kind of connection that nourishes the soul. Let me leave you with this, my dear friend. Strong boundaries are not walls. They're doors with locks. You decide who gets in. You decide how long they stay. You decide how they treat you. Setting boundaries is not rude. It's not selfish. It's not unloving. In fact, it's one of the most loving things you can do for yourself and for others. Because when you protect your peace, your energy, and your heart, you show up in the world with more clarity, more joy, and more wisdom. You've lived long enough to know that life is too short for constant stress, noise, and guilt. So be bold, be gentle, be kind, and be ruthlessly clear about the kind of life you want to live from this moment on. You deserve peace. You deserve respect. And above all, you deserve to live the rest of your life on your terms. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take care of yourself. And remember, your boundaries are your power.